24 hours without this today. I've been someone that's been chronically online. My business is everywhere online, and today I'm not going to use my phone at all for the entire day. And part of that is just to completely recharge the batteries. Part of it's a bit of a challenge, but a lot of it will be trying to get the benefit, which is clarity that just comes from being away from our phones. As a generation, we are so attached to these things. We do everything with them. They're always in our right hand or our left. And I, for one, am someone that has gone a few days in the past. Like I used to go to Wales with my ex-partner, and her granddad built a house in the middle of nowhere, and we used to go there once or twice a year for at least a week, and it would have no internet. There would be, you'd have to light a fire in order to cook, in order to have a hot bath, and it was some of my most favorite times ever, because all you did was rely on human contact as your entertainment. And it really shows you that, God, this is already getting very deep. It really shows you just the point and the purpose and how important life actually is, and how little these things actually matter when you've got people around you. So I'm going to bring you along for the ride. It's currently just gone 20 to 7 at the moment in the morning, and we're going to go for a coffee and then probably get a workout in. Thing about this whole place is it's got a bath. Look at that. I haven't had a bath in God knows how long. I am so excited to jump in that over the next few days, but this place is just magical. So beautiful. Feeling incredibly grateful, incredibly blessed to be here, and proud too. I think, it's really showing me how far I've come. And I think I'm really proud for one, for rewarding myself for that work that I've done, but also again just putting in the work in itself. So yeah, it's a really wholesome feeling I feel right now, and I can't wait just to zone out here. Okie dokie, it's breakfast time. Before we eat, I want to tell you a story which you're going to love. Now, what's on the menu? We've got crumpets, and I have 2 of these bad boys, 2 eggs, and then some avo as well. But let's get into the story, because you guys are going to love this one. It was a gym encounter, and yeah, I was very surprised, to be honest, at what kind of went on. So I go into the gym, start warming up. It's a boxing session today. So all I did was 5 rounds of 3 minutes, skipping, shadow boxing, and then bag work. So 50-minute, then 1 minute rest, so about an hour session in total, 50-minute session in total. I walk in, and on the bag is this one guy. He's doing all whacking some kicks on there. He's doing the whole, the whole you kind of channel the energy, and it's it's not if he was in a real fight, he's just getting back just like that, and he doesn't, his guard is not there. His guard is non-existent. So he's kind of going around like this and just flaring everything, flaring his limbs. And I'm like, all right, sweet, I think he's done on the bag, so let me just start skipping. And then he finishes up on the bag. I'm like, awesome, I'll start making my way over. Bear in mind, I'm just kind of skipping just next to him. We've got probably this much space, and he's still just next to the bag. And I'm like, and by the way, we've got not just this much space, we've also got all of this space over there, which is again, it's like a fitness studio. So it's we've got so much space, and we're just both in this little corner. So I'm kind of right, I assume the social situation here is he would move, again, maybe he's not kind of understanding that, but I'm right, this guy's surely gonna move. So I start doing my shadow boxing at this point. I finish up that round, and then I work on the bag after, right? This is where it gets funny, because I start going on the bag. I just realized this was a butter knife that I grabbed, not a normal knife. So I start working on the bag, and what keeps happening, so I'm probably a minute or 2 minutes in, doing some bag work, and then as I'm moving around the bag, he's obviously still right here doing all his shit, right? And, doing big leg kicks like that, where it's I'm here and they're almost touching. I'm like, what? So I'm like, right, I'll just leave this guy. And then we keep stepping on each. So I'm going back maybe, and then I'm stepping on his foot and he's stepping on my foot. Happens 2 or 3 times, and I'm just like, dude, like, can I have some space? And he's like, well, yeah, I was still using this area. I was like, well, what do you mean? You're not using the bag? He's like, yeah, I know, but you're like, doesn't matter. Like, you didn't ask. And I was like, why do I have to ask? Like, you're finished, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm done. But you could have asked. Like, there's something called manners, mate. And I was like, all right, well, sure, I assumed, but like, have some fucking understanding. Like, be socially aware and adept and apt, should I say. And it was just such a weird encounter where I kind of left it. I was like, that was a really strange person. Like, there's one type of person that's going to go into a gym and do all this shit, and that type of person is 100% the kind of person that would have that conversation with me about, hey, I didn't move because you didn't ask me to move. So, a very interesting dude. And yeah, I'm glad. I'm probably not going to go back to that gym. That was a weird gym. I can't lie. There was some strange people in that gym, in my opinion. So yeah, let's make some food. This pan is way too hot. These eggs are gonna cook quick. Master tip that I got from the man, Gordon Ramsay himself. If you are cooking eggs, make sure you're taking it on and off the heat consistently so that you can stir and just get a lot of air into it. And it creates eggs that are like just nice and kind of gooey. I wouldn't be eating it just like this. I'm going to leave it on for a bit longer. But the worst eggs is like the ones that like get made in like a minute. And they're just like rubbery and just crap. Alrighty, we have breakfast. 2 crumpets, quarter or third of an avo, and then 2 eggs. Water bottle, and my cup of tea. Here she is. So, this is the breakfast I eat like 9 times out of 10. I wish I had some butter for crumpets, because God, how good are crumpets with a bit of butter? And how lame are they when they're just not even buttered? But in this meal is carb sauce, protein sauce through the eggs, carb sauce through the crumpets, fat sauce through the avo, and there's no fiber in this, there's no like fruit. I have had, or veggies, I have had 2 bananas today, and I just had an apple as well. So I've had a good amount of fruit this morning, and all I try to do, like why I'm telling you this, is like that's how I try to craft every single meal. I try to have carbs, protein, fats, and fiber in every single meal. And what the goal is to weight it, like actually the reverse of how I'm weighting it today. So you want to have more protein and fiber than you do carbs and fats, if your goal is like body recon, weight loss, etc. I'm obviously not doing that. Part of that is because I'm super hungry. So I'm using what I have, which is like crumpets, ultimately, creating a slightly bigger meal than I normally would. So probably what I would have before is like take 1 crumpet away, and that would be my breakfast. But this is the big problem that a lot of people face, is like, hey, I'm going on holiday. How do I not? What do I do with my diet? And you could apply this to whether you're cooking for yourself in the morning, because that's what I'm going to try to do, is like make every breakfast for myself, and then maybe have every other meal out, like lunch and dinner, just because, you're on holiday, why not? But just craft meals that are aligned with that. They have more protein and fiber than they do carbs and fats. And you can do that regardless of where you are. Like if you're at a restaurant, don't just order the pasta or the gnocchi pasta that has loads of cheese and pesto, for example, because that's just carbs and fats. You can order that, but maybe order a side of broccoli or veggies, maybe order a side of chicken to go with this, for example. And that's what you're trying to do, is just craft balanced meals and then listening to your hunger accordingly as well. Now, part of this 24-hour no internet, no social media, fast kind of challenge. Well, actually, I want to stress, this isn't a challenge. This isn't like me trying to set a big ambitious goal for myself to restrict a certain aspect of my life. Like, I don't live like that with food, with exercise or anything. Like, you won't see me doing a 24-hour food fast or, 2 marathons in a day. Like, that kind of extreme thinking just doesn't align well with me. It used to. I used to be that type of person, but not anymore. It drives me insane. So where I'm kind of going with this idea is just to completely refresh and recharge the batteries, because ultimately if I don't, I just see myself burning out. So this is a really good opportunity for me just to be completely away from social media, away from just anything business wide, and just have a full reset and recharge pretty much. The only thing is it gets to meals and I'm like, it's just me obviously here. I don't have YouTube or anything to watch, so I'm just kind of talking to the camera, which is nice. It's reflective. Radio, we've got some poke, a little coconut water, and yeah, it's about 2 o'clock. Got some lunch coming in here, and then we're gonna head back to the beach. I've already done the markets, already done the beach for an hour or 2 reading my book. Alright, we've taken ourselves outside. So I was like, why am I inside eating all this? So we're currently perched under a tree, and we're gonna finish the rest of the meal. Alrighty, we've been sitting at the beach for a good hour or two again. Actually had a bit of a nap this time, which was quite interesting. Currently watching a group of dads play cricket, and what a shot. Catch it. Good catch. Can't believe there was no applaud for that. That was a good catch. But it is 20 past 4. I'm gonna try have some food around 6. Oh my God, another good shot. Catch it. Oh, yeah, he had no chance. Little kid. So yeah, we're gonna go away from the beach because I've just been here all day, like literally all day. I need to do something else. Or I want to do something else, and that is to walk to a lookout nearby. Should be like 15-20 minute walk. Apparently sunset is beautiful from there, so watch sunset and then come back and have dinner. Catch it. Oh my God. This is great, bit of entertainment here. But yeah, as for dinner, we got 2 options. There's apparently this place called Bang Bang nearby and looks amazing, but apparently you have to book 2 weeks in advance. So I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna say, hey, you've got space for 1 booking, 1 person to walk in right now. They'll probably say no. And if that is the case, there's this burger joint that I was recommended by my Uber driver yesterday. Funny enough, it's the best burger ever. And there's a Yochi in town too. So in my eyes, I'm thinking light dinner of a burger and then get the Yochi too. That's my thoughts. Because yeah, if I go to this Bang Bang, it's gonna be a full feast. So we'll see. I'm kind of wanting to try the burger. I don't know why. Just this fact that Uber driver was like, best burger I've ever had. I've got it. And they do fish burgers as well. And I'm like, never had a fish burger. But again, that would be awesome. And also, I'd get Yochi. So a lot to think about. Right, another climb. This is gonna be a good lookout. I'm sure of it. Just as a result of me doing all this trekking. Yeah, it's like 500 steps up this thing, and it's so steep. Whew, better be a good view. I'm sure it will be. We went with the burger and Yochi. I was just really craving it, to be honest. I was craving the Yochi, I can't lie. And it's just so good. Like, if you guys have never tried Yochi, just go have mango ice cream, if you're just gonna have one. I like the acai as well. And then give a 3rd flavor. Make sure you use cookie dough. You put the pistachio in there too. Some of your favorite fruits. Do some of the sour straps. A few little of the chocolate freckles. It is just so good, bro. Oh, it's the pistachio. Pistachio and the cookie dough are the 2 best bits in there. And if you add pistachio to the sour strap as well, oh, phenomenal. But the reason I wanted to jump back on and kind of end this day is to show you what I picked up from the farmer's market, because I didn't film that, I forgot. And I've got 2 really exciting things to show you. First is less exciting, but it's this honey that was made apparently 5 minutes away down in Noosa Road in Umundi, which is actually where I'm going on Wednesday, Umundi Markets. I've been told to go there. And it is, yeah, just a sweet, runny honey. Never usually buy it out of a jar because I love convenience of just like squeezing it. And I said to him, I was like, why are some in plastic? Why are some in jars? And he was like, purely because people are lazy. But he said, if you want proper, real honey that stays safely stored, don't buy it in plastic because you'll start to get plastic microelements come in. I'm not someone that really like worries about all of that too much, but I'm like, hey, this looks cool for 1, but 2, I probably should worry about it as well. The second thing, and this is even cooler, right? This is, you're probably thinking George is some kind of like hippie, goes to Noosa once and he's just got all this stuff. So this is an adrenal blend, it's called, right? What this is here is adaptogenic herbs and mushrooms, and what it's got in there is some properties that are going to help with fatigue, tiredness, menopause and sexual vigor, performance and recovery, joint well-being. There's things like cordyceps in there. There's eucomia bark as well, which he said is very good for like muscle recovery. He basically took one look at me and he was like, you should have this. You look like, you know, you may be under some muscular stress. Because I initially went to him and I saw he was doing like some nootropics and some lion's mane. And I'd seen online that that's actually had some really beneficial kind of studies showing that it helps with cognition. But he was like, look, if I'm going to give you one today, try this, do it for the next month or 2 months or 3 months. I do think that, yes, this kind of stuff gets like a woo-woo name to it because of, you know, the type of people that associate themselves with it are like hippie type dudes and women. But I do think it like is so popular for a reason. I do think it does work ultimately. So I'm excited to try this, see how it goes. I'm gonna take it every day for the next few months. And yeah, what to do this evening? Like I've literally got the next 2 hours. It's 7 o'clock. I don't know what to do. I'm probably just gonna read my book. I don't know if I told you in the video that I did yesterday, but I'm reading Matthew McConaughey's book. It's kind of like an autobiography meets like memoir as well. And it's great. It is really, 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 really good. I'm already like halfway through it, and yeah, did a lot of reading of it on the plane here and then today on the beach as well. I think that's what I do. I may do some journaling. I don't really know what to ask myself, but I may do some journaling and ask myself some deep questions, get myself in a reflective mood. Yeah, with that said, we're gonna close off this video here. I will be doing another 24-hour social media internet fast on Wednesday. I'm having 2 complete no phone days. Today on Sunday and then again on Wednesday. So maybe I'll record on Wednesday again, but I feel like if I've already done this once as in recorded it, I probably don't need to do it again. And it may be nicer for me to actually not hit record because it kind of gives me an outlet in a sense. So be even more reflective. With that said, also on Wednesday I'm going to travel down to Byram, and it's like an 8-hour bus, so I'm actually really not going to do much. Like I'm going to go to the markets in the morning. I'll try exercise, but I don't imagine I probably will have time to exercise first before the markets, and then I'll get the bus, and I'll probably get to like Byram by dinner time. So yeah, I probably won't have a very interesting, fun day as it is. So it's a pretty crappy day to be doing the internet fast and the social media fast. I can't lie, it's a pretty silly day, but it's just a really good time just to become very like introspective and just reflect and just get so far away, just get far away from the devices. So yeah, I'll end this here before I continue rambling on, and I'll wish you a good night, a good morning, a good day, wherever you are.